Hello po sa inyong lahat mga ka-crypto. Ako po si Pinoy Crypto Trader at sa video na ito ay atin pong pag-uusapan ang tungkol dito kay XRP. Kung saan ang sabi po rito ay Ripple chairman confirms hack to his personal XRP account, not Ripple. Kaya yan, naglabas po ng isang kumpirmasyon ang chairman ng Ripple tungkol po sa hacking incident na naganap. At ayon po sa kanya ay yung account po na na-hack ay mismong yung kanyang personal na XRP account at hindi po yung account ng Ripple. Kaya yan, bago po tayo magpatuloy ay nais ko lamang po munang bigyang linaw ang aking disclaimer kung saan ang nilalaman po ng video na ito ay hindi po ito isang financial advice. For education and information purposes lamang po ang layunin nito. Maliban po dito ay nais ko na rin pong magbigay babala na wala pong kahit anumang group chat ang Pinoy Crypto Trader. Ayan, ang sabi po rito ay Chris Larsen, the executive chairman of Ripple, has officially confirmed a recently reported hacking incident, but clarified that the breach impacted his personal XRP account and not that of Ripple. Kaya yan po siya, si Ginoong Chris Larsen. Yan, siya po ang executive chairman ng Ripple. At siya po ay naglabas ng official confirmation or pagkukumpirma na yung hacking incident po na naganap nito kamakailan lamang ay hindi po ang XRP account ng Ripple, kundi ang kanyang XRP na personal account lamang. Yan, pero kumbaga yan, ba posibleng yan, yung kanyang XRP account na yan ay syempre kung meron po silang nagawang nakawin dyan ay ayan, laki na rin yan. Yesterday, renowned on-chain sleuth Zach XBT reported that malicious actors hacked a Ripple account, leading to the loss of over 213 million XRP worth $112.5 million. Yan, ang laki po pala. Higit 213 million XRP na token yung nagawang nakawin yung mga hackers at umaabot po yan sa halagang $112.5 million. Yan po ay ang naglabas po sa report na ito ay ang on-chain sleuth na si Zach XBT. Yan, meron daw pong isang malicious actor o hacker ang nagawang i-hack ang account ni Ripple. At yan ay nagdulot ng 213 million na XRP tokens ang nawala. Zach XBT noted that the hackers laundered the asset through different exchanges including Binance, Mexi, Gate.io, and Kraken. Yan. Dagdag pa ni Zach XBT rito ay yung mga hackers ay kanila pong inilagay or dineposit or yan, kanilang idineposit sa mga iba't ibang mga exchanges katulad po ni Binance, Mexi, Gate.io at saka si Kraken. Ayan, para dito po nila i-liquidate or ibenta ang mga ito or i-convert sa ibang crypto. Yan, tapos ilipat ulit sa ibang mga wallets hanggang sa mabura na yung mga trails or yung mga yung parang yan, yung mga tracks nila. Ripple's executive chairman Chris Larsen reacted to Zach XBT's disclosure, confirming that the account indeed suffered an exploit. However, Larsen stressed that the account in his personal XRP wallet and not affiliated with Ripple as an entity. Kaya yan, naglabas po ng pahayag itong si Chris Larsen, ang executive chairman ng Ripple. At kanya pong sinabi na totoo na may na-hack na account, pero ang sabi niya rito ay ito raw yung kanyang personal XRP wallet at wala raw po itong kaugnayan sa account ng Ripple. Kaya yan, pero maski walang kaugnayan yan, pero ganyan po pala yung holdings ni Ginoong Chris Larsen. 213 million XRP na tokens, tapos nagkakalaga po yan ng $112.5 million. Ganyan po pala katindi or kayaman itong si Ginoong Chris Larsen. Tapos yan, parang baliwala yung kanyang loss na ito. Ayan. Yesterday, there was an unauthorized access to a few of my personal XRP accounts. Naku po, a few. Yan, ang tindi nito. Ibig sabihin, marami pa pala siyang mga XRP accounts na siguro ay naglalaman din ng mga ganitong malalaking amount ng XRP tokens niya. O ganito yung malalaking halaga. Kaya pala parang baliwala lang sa kanya yung ninakaw ng mga hackers na ito. Kaya sabi niya dito, there was unauthorized access to a few of my personal XRP accounts. Yan, ilang XRP accounts niya. Yan. We were quickly able to catch the problem and notify exchanges to freeze the affected addresses. Law enforcement is already involved. Ayan. Nagawa daw naman po nilang makontak yung mga exchanges kung saan ay transfer ng mga hackers para yan, subukan sigurong ibenta. Yan. Yan, mula po, ito po yung account ni Ginoong Chris Larsen at ayan, inilipat po rito sa mga addresses na ito. Ripple chairman emphasized that they identified the breach and liaised with the exchanges that received the stolen funds to freeze the addresses of the exploiters. According to him, they have involved some law enforcement authorities. Kaya yan, humiling na po sila ng tulong sa mga law enforcement authorities para mahuli at or at least ma-recover man lang yung mga ninakaw ng mga hackers dito sa account ni Ginoong Chris Larsen. On-chain details of the hack. On-chain data indicates that the hack occurred on January 30 with the first fund movement involving 69.72 million XRP at 1112 UTC. Kaya yan, nag-umpisa daw po yung hacking noong nitong nakalipas na araw na January 30. Yan, yung unang yung kanilang unang na-hack po na amount ay nasa 69.72 million XRP token. 6 hours later, the hackers moved 69.14 million XRP to another address. They then continued to siphon more funds until the wallet was empty as of 22:23 UTC. Kaya yan, linipat-lipat mo nila hanggang inunti-unti po nila hanggang sa maubos yung laman ng wallet ni Ginoong Chris Larsen. The fund outflows occurred in the space of 11 hours across 8 transactions, prompting speculation regarding the delayed detection of the hack. Each transaction moved assets to a different address, and these addresses laundered the tokens through different centralized exchanges. Ayan, linagay po nila sa iba't ibang mga centralized exchanges at talagang kung pag ganito po yung kanilang ginawang aksyon, ay talagang meron po sila, nagpapakita po ito ng intensyon na ito ay kanila pong balak na ibenta. Notably, leading XRP Explorer, XRP Scan, and BitThump tagged the affected addresses as Ripple, leading to Zach XBT's attribution of the hack to Ripple. However, the explorers have removed this tag at the reporting time. In addition to Larsen, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse stressed that the address itself belongs to Larsen, not Ripple. Zach XBT's ex-post also received a community note clarifying the situation, with Garlinghouse and Larsen's posts as reference points. Kaya, ayan. Naglabas din po ng pahayag itong si Brad Garlinghouse. Siya po ang Ripple, CEO ng Ripple, na kanya pong binibigyang linaw na ang nahack na account ay ito po ay pagmamay-ari ni Larsen at hindi po ito konektado sa account mismo ng kanilang kumpanya na si Ripple. Kaya marami pong mga community members ng XRP ang kinokontak po nila itong si Zach XBT na i-clarify yung kanyang inilabas na pahayag. Siguro para i-correct ito. Pero yung ginagawa po ng iba ay pino-point out na lamang po nila yung post ni Ginoong Garlinghouse dito at saka si Chris Larsen. Yan, ito po yung actual na post ni Ginoong Brad Garlinghouse. Given some irresponsible speculation and reporting, I want to reiterate that no Ripple managed wallets were compromised. Full stop. Kaya yan po yung higit na pagkukumpirma ni Ginoong Brad Garlinghouse. Kasi kung pag ang nangyari po kasi dito kapag yung hacking po na ito ay yung account po ng Ripple ay syempre apektado po rito yung mga investors fund at magdudulot po ito ng takot at panic sa market ng or sa presyo ng XRP at babagsak po talaga ito kasi may hacking incident. Kaya yan, at least yan ay hindi naman po pala konektado sa account ng Ripple. Ripple accounts secure. Larsen further clarified that all accounts belonging to Ripple remain secure. Moreover, the ancestry of the impacted address shows it was activated by Larsen in 2013 and not Ripple. Kaya yan, sinisiguro daw po nila na ang mga accounts ng Ripple ay ligtas at secure. Larsen noted that the exploiter swapped the stolen assets from XRP to other cryptocurrencies. The Ripple chairman confirmed that their work with law enforcement has been fruitful, with some of the assets already frozen. Kaya yan na nga yung sinabi ko kanina. Siyempre, i-convert po nila yan sa ibang mga cryptocurrencies para hindi po madaling matrace. Yan, pero ayan, naging mabilis naman daw po yung action ng mga law enforcement at nagawa po nilang i-freeze yung ibang mga assets. Yan, ibang mga assets na kanilang nalagay sa mga na-withdraw or nalipat ng mga hackers sa mga exchanges. Pero ibig sabihin ay meron na pong nailabas ang mga hackers dyan. According to him, they are looking to freeze the rest of the assets. He expressed gratitude to the XRPL Foundation and its analytics and compliance head Thomas Silkgier for their contributions. Meanwhile, Silkgier revealed that he and his team received a tip from leading crypto exchange Whitebit concerning suspicious inflows, prompting on investigation in the implicated accounts. Kaya yan, marami pong tumulong dito. Yan, sa pag-freeze or pag-trace dito sa na-hack na XRP, napakalaking XRP tokens ni Ginoong Chris Larsen. Kasama na po rito ang isang exchange na si Whitebit na yan, nakitaan po niya na may suspicious or kadudadudang inflows yan dito sa kanyang dito sa exchange na ito, kaya ito po ay naglabas po siya ng report. As soon as the situation was grasped, Silkgier informed Larsen and an intensive 18-hour effort unfolded. Silkgier confirmed that he collaborated closely with GitHub, exchanging data with the relevant crypto exchanges, Larsen and his team. They have also gathered information for ongoing scrutiny by law enforcement. According to Silkgier, there is the need to keep some specific details confidential for now. However, he acknowledged the varying responsiveness of different exchanges. Pero yan, maski yung account ni Ginoong Chris Larsen yan, ang nahack ay ang laki po ng laman. Yan, umaabot ng $112.5 million yung laman. 213 million XRP token. At ayun, hanggang dito na lamang po tayo sa video na ito. Sana po ay inyong nagustuhan ang aking paliwanag dito. Kung inyo po itong nagustuhan ay pakiclick lamang po ang like button nito. Para naman po sa mga bago lamang dito, kayo po ay aking inaanyayahan para mag-subscribe. Pakiclick na rin po ang bell icon nito dahil ito po ang siya magsisilbing notification nito sa mga bago kong videos na akin pong ina-upload sa aking YouTube channel na ito. Marami pong salamat sa panonood. Ingat po tayo lagi at God bless po sa ating lahat.